All right. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on with this stupid thing. All right. Here, I was thinking my internet was the whole problem all this time, and I think it's stupid. And here it goes again. What is going on? I've been playing around on YouTube for about a month or so. I do it on the LG7. Nowhere near big enough to buy an actual camera yet. Mike, I tell you what, you can actually, to be honest with you, I've got an iPhone, and it does extremely well. I have no problems with the iPhone at all. Especially if you're just going to do a quick video and you aren't worried about editing and cutting and all that stuff. By all means, use your camera. It works perfectly fine. I've seen your videos. I said there's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, Paul. I don't know what's going on. It's saying I'm losing connection. I'm hardwired into my laptop with 200 meg service. I mean, there's no reason why I should be losing the connection. Yeah, Marcel. Sorry, man. I've got to get a better computer for this. This is terrible. Oxen's back on. All right, there we go. Tom got back on. All right, Big Show Showalter has a Hero 8 bundle for $349. Yeah, Tom. I actually, I'm sure you guys seen on my videos. I had actually sent my old action camera that I only paid $100 for it anyway, but I sent it in to go. They actually gave me $100 off the new GoPro 8, so it was actually a pretty good deal. So, like I said, I personally, like I said, I've only had the GoPro for a week, and I can tell you just using it in that week, and I've actually filmed a lot of stuff in this past week with my work. Every year we do a big Christmas video for my work, and we've been using that GoPro 8 to film everything this year. So it's put a lot of work in 1 week, and I have no complaints with that thing whatsoever. The one thing I will just completely throw out there that I love more than anything is the sound on it. It has 3 microphones. It has one hidden underneath the back or underneath of it that actually like blocks the wind from hitting it, so you don't pick up all the wind noise, and it works really well. We filmed outside, looking up at a big giant billboard by a interstate, and I mean, it was still crystal clear what the guy was saying in front of the camera. I mean, and we could actually cut out that background noise with very little editing. But I mean, you could still, even without cutting it out, you could still hear what he was saying perfectly clear. So if you were out filming on a boat or something like that, and you had a little bit of wind noise, that camera is very, very good about focusing in on the voice that's actually talking to it. So I have to hand it to GoPro. They nailed it with that one. It's pretty awesome. Sweet Lou says, any tips on a lake with an abundance of bait fish? Can't seem to get bit on anything artificial. I'll tell you right now, number one, match the hatch. Number two, go a little bit smaller or a little bit bigger is usually a key deal there. If you can find the big bait schools, I would say stay below them. This time of year, stay below them. I would say probably like if you can, depending on how deep your water is, if you can get above the bait fish and they're all suspended off the bottom, your bass are typically going to lay below them. So you can take something like a bait blade or something like that, or a jigging spoon, something like that, and just vertical jig with it. That works real well. This time of year, I'm big into bigger swim baits. Tactical Bassin put out a video a couple weeks ago about crankbaiting, real fast, erratic retrieves through it. I've actually tried it 3 times now. I haven't had any success with it. I'm not going to say it doesn't work. I personally haven't had any success with it yet. I've tried several different crankbaits, a couple different colors. I know they said to really keep it natural as much as possible, which is what I've done. But like I said, I haven't had anything yet, but I'll still go out and I'm still going to try it. Those guys know what they're talking about, so it's hard. Can't really argue with them, that's for sure. Paul D says the stability is unmatched on the 8. It has good sound. The only thing I hate is the non-removable front lens. Yeah, Paul, I guess I could complain about that, but I've never had a GoPro, so I never had the opportunity to have a removable lens, so it really doesn't bother me any. I definitely see the problem with it, though. I mean, not being able to do it and have to send it back to get it fixed from them. But you're absolutely right. I mean, the stability on that thing is unbelievable. The whole time, before I got cut off earlier, we were filming that guy out by the billboard with the wind blowing, and I sat and just held that camera, just right up in front of me for about an 8-minute video. And you can't even tell that anybody was holding it. It looked like it was sitting on a tripod the whole time. It fixed everything. It kept it in focus. Just kept it right there with everything. I was really impressed with it. Tom said, I just got the new Samsung Galaxy 10 phone. It has an excellent camera and video, but I thought getting a GoPro was really the way to go for the channel. Tom, it is. I'll throw this out there for you. If you were honestly, seriously thinking about starting the channel, don't buy a GoPro yet. Do it with your phone. Shoot a couple videos. I will tell you that's how I started. Set your camera up, try to do like a 5-minute video. Don't do anything real long. Get something that you're very, very comfortable talking with or talking about, a bait that you're familiar with or something like that. And do a 5-minute video with it. The first couple times you do it, you're going to think that 5 minutes is 35 minutes. I'm going to tell you that. But after a few times, that 5 minutes is going to go like that, and it just flies by like it's nothing. Before you know it, you look down and you got like 15, 16 minutes in a video, no problem. But the reason I say that is just use your phone and see if this is actually something you will want to do. Try to do it for about 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, and see how you like it. If it's something you want to try to, if you want to do it every week, or if you want to do it maybe 2 times a week or 3 times a week, I would strongly suggest doing it no more than 1 or 2 times a week. The only reason I say that is I kind of threw myself into it and was doing 3 videos a week. You run out of content very quick. You can't always get out on the water to do videos. There's just different things that always pop up that you don't really think about. You think, oh, 3 videos a week ain't much, till you start doing it, and trust me, it takes a while to do. I dropped down to 2 videos a week. I do them on Wednesdays and Sundays now, and then I do the live stream on Monday nights. I'm pretty comfortable with that. That leaves room for editing too. With your phone, you can actually download a few little programs that are usually free if you want to do a little bit of editing. Maybe if you just want to cut somewhere here or there, you can do that. I think YouTube, don't hold me to this because I don't know for sure. I've never used it, but I think YouTube, once you upload your video from your phone, I think you can do a little bit of cutting and copying or whatever you need to do in YouTube itself. I don't know where it's at or how to do it, though. You'd have to ask some of the guys on here. They may be familiar with that, but I'm not. Let's jump back up here, catch a couple of these comments here. Oh, White Whale Fishing, how's it going, man? Good to have you. Doing a good job on your videos too, dude. Keep going. Where's the 10 horse Monty tonight? He is working very late. He said he would not be able to make it. One Lost Dude said try an underspin. Definitely. That's another good way to do it. Anything to stand outside of the crowd there. Oklahoma's Works Angler says, oh, hell, we're back. Yeah, dude. Sorry, man. For the lens, you'll benefit more by getting the ND filters that clip on. Yeah, that's what I've been reading. I've heard they're pretty nice. So, White Whale Fishing says I have a 7 on the way. Use the link from Oklahoma's Worst Angler. Hopefully, it helps him get out. Dude, that's awesome. Anything to help him out, man. All right. Tom says I watched a video today about tips And he said, buy the lens protector for the Hero 8. There you go. All right. Mox Lewis says, being on camera takes some getting used to for sure. Yeah, it's one of those things I thought I was going to have a big issue with. In talking with 10 Horse Monty when I first started and Tackle Junkie, you know, 10 Horse Monty was really impressed that I could do a 5 to 7 minute video without stopping through it and not messing up. I really didn't think it was that big of a deal. And that's why I said to pick something you're comfortable with. That makes a huge difference. You're not going to constantly having to look at notes. You know, you can do it from memory. You're doing it from experience and stuff like that. It makes it a lot easier and better flowing, I should say. White Will Fish says, all my vids have been recorded on my phone, edited on my iPad, and uploaded from the pad. Yep, there you go. Like I said, a phone is something you can do it with. The cameras on the phone, I know the new iPhones, mine's got like I think it's a 12 megapixel camera, which is the same as the GoPros. You just don't have the stability as you do with the GoPro or the really wide angles and stuff like that. Marcio says, how about the editing? I'll be honest with you. I've tried about 4 different editing programs. Fillmore is one of them I tried. I tried something Vegas. It was actually a really, really expensive program. But I did like a 30-day free trial with it. And it was really, really complex. I would say it's more of a professionals type thing. It just wasn't for me. Excuse me. I can't think of the other one. There was another cheap one I tried, but I didn't care for it. The one I ended up using that I still use is Windows Video Editor. It's like $30, I think. Yeah, it's $30 is all it was. It's very, very, very simple to use, and that's what I like about it. And if you go looking on YouTube on different video editing softwares and stuff like that, a lot of times what they're going to tell you is just find something you're comfortable with using. They're pretty much all the exact same. They do the same things, just some higher end ones might have better perks to it, might have better like transitions and stuff like that. But I would strongly suggest just go with a cheap one right off the bat that's easy for you to use. And like I said, Windows Video Editor was a very, very easy one for me to use. That's why I stuck with that. Let's see. Paul says my Samsung Galaxy 9S Plus works great, has a beautiful video, but no stability shooting high def in the motion. Yeah. That's the only bad thing about a camera. It's good if you can just set it down on a table or something and just keep it in one spot and do it there. It works pretty good. Bluegill and Bass, how's it going, man? Yeah, I've asked you time and time before, but what's your favorite kind of braids? Honestly, I want to say I really like the P-line braids. That's pretty much my go-to. Marcio says, whoa, hang on. I do have the idea of getting into it, but need time and would do it both in the Portuguese and English. Well, that'd be cool. Man, that's being bilingual. That would help a bunch, a whole bunch. You get both sides then. I know there's a guy that on Instagram, Jonathan Curley, I think is his name. He's from, I think it's in Africa. But man, that guy has been posting like pictures of elephants coming in his yard he's got an in-ground pool, and the elephants were just sitting by the pool the other day, or like 2 weeks ago. I mean, that guy's got some awesome shots that he does on his Instagram. I'd love to see him do some YouTube, and it'd be pretty neat. Paul D says, I use a Power Director editing, pay $1.99 a month for the app, and it will edit 4K. Well, there you go. That's an easy one there. Oklahoma says, ND filters help with shutter rate, makes the video smoother, can help make colors pop better, as well as protect the lens. Oh, there you go. That's probably why his channel and videos look so great. Dude, Oklahoma, man, you have got some of the best looking video out there, I'm telling you. As far as color goes and crisp clarity, it's unbelievable. See, my videos have been filmed, edited, exported, uploaded my phone when I was doing a lot of videos. Okay. One lost dude says, got a polarized filter and lens. I'm tired of these guys pointing the camera towards the water and saying, can you see the monster? Heck no, dum-dum. Cameras don't film what's in the water. Yeah, that's one of them things I wanted to try this past summer, and I never did get around to it. And I'm sure people have already tried it, just sticking their sunglasses over. I don't know if that'll work or not, but I know with the new GoPros, that's another deal, is they are waterproof. So that's kind of nice. I thought about doing some underwater footage. Let's see, Paul D. Guys, I need music to download. Who knows a good source? Paul D, I tell you what, message me after this on, I tell you what, do it on my Facebook Messenger, and I can get you in touch with a guy that actually did my my intro and my outro for me. He's a real good dude. He's overseas. He's actually in the service, or I guess he's contracted through the service now. So, but I know he's kind of looking for stuff to do in his downtime and stuff like that. Maybe he could hook you up with something. So, Tom says, I've had to use the easiest editing version because I operate on the KISS principle. Keep it simple, stupid. Yep. I hear you, man. Nice tipper for editing. All right. Bob says, don't know if you got my last post. I'm all about info, some channels. I watch all about on the water, angler, and some of all about the tech. Info from home. Yeah, that's, like I said, I'm trying to see how guys actually come into different stuff like that. If they're looking for new channels, or like I know it's a lot of guys, they jump over from either Tackle Junkies page, Oklahoma's Worst Anglers page, stuff like that, and they just kind of go back and forth. I didn't know if a lot of you guys actually search for newer stuff or just kind of stumble upon it. See Okie out there, he's really some bitches. What's going on, Okie, man? How's it going? I think we'll have to do some material from bass fishing in south of Brazil and on my trips too. Yeah, definitely, man. Like I said, just shoot a couple videos, see what happens. I mean, if it's something you're into, it's great. If it's not, no big deal. You're not out any money or anything like that. That's one of the nice things about YouTube is it's free. I mean, until you really want to get in and start making your videos better and stuff like that, you might spend a little bit of money for your editing software, maybe something for a little better camera, maybe a little bit better computer, which I need to do because mine is absolute junk. But other than that, I mean, it's free. I mean, try it out. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. It's not a big deal. So appreciate that, Brother White Whales. You can just get them on Amazon. Polar Pro is the best by most expensive. I go with the cheaper ones. If they break, it's not out much money. There you go. All right. Hopefully this didn't freeze up again. I actually caught up with some content here. Oh. So did I miss anybody's questions from the other stream? Because I did not get to see them before it went all haywire on me. All right. All right, guys. Let's see. We got 15 guys in here, only 7 thumbs up. Somebody's slacking in here. Whitewell fishing. Do you guys upload from a laptop or desktop? Whitewell, I am uploading from my laptop. And the reason is because I have all my editing software on my laptop. See, Bob says I search for the fishing I do. You know me, I do a lot of kayak fishing. You can search one day and get some results, then in another week completely different. Yeah, that's kind of what I ran into. That's why I was kind of asking this. There's a lot of it on there that I'm not sure what actually happens. I don't know if it's YouTube's algorithm that changes that, or if it's just people putting out new stuff and it's the keywords you're searching for and stuff like that. I'm not sure. So, Oki says, "What do you feel is the biggest hurdle someone just starting out would face?" Oki, I would definitely say just don't get discouraged from 0 to 500 subs. That's your hardest subs to get. Um, I have a big thank you, to Tackle Junkie. He's the one that got me started in this. I think he did like 2 different times, maybe 3. He did some real big shout outs on his channel, his live stream one time. I think one time I got about 50 subs, and the other time I got about 40 subs. So, he got me almost 100 subs right there. So if you can get on, somebody that's got a lot of subs like that or whatever, and have them mention your name, kind of shout you out, maybe put you in their channel a little bit here and there, that really does help. I'm not a big enough channel to be like just shouting out people and getting a bunch of subs, not like that. But by all means, I mean, if you're a new channel starting out and you're, one of my subscribers or whatever, I will absolutely 100% help you out as much as I can. So Moxon Lure says, I mentioned I look for the other channels, but seem to get rerouted to big channels. They are always at the top of the searches. Yeah, exactly. I think that is strictly with the algorithm with YouTube, and that's how they push these bigger channels. It's hard to get the smaller channels out until, like I said, once I see channels start hitting about 500 subs, I start to see a little bit more of their content getting pushed through YouTube. And I think that's, like I said, that's from 0 to 500, I think is your struggle. And once you get to that 500 mark, I think it starts to get just a hair bit easier. And maybe that's just me looking at it wrong. I don't know. That's just my opinion, though. Whitewell says, Fishing says, what is the process from your laptop? Once I get my GoPro going, I want to be able to use the iPad, and I'll be doing it for the first time again. Whitewell, I have no idea from the iPad. As far as the computer goes, I mean, it's just a matter of, just uploading the content to your computer and then just opening your editing software and pulling it in there. And most of the editing software out there will have an export button that automatically logs you to your YouTube channel. After you're done, it exports it all the way to your YouTube channel. And you can actually make it private or public right in your editing software. But as far as the iPad goes, I really don't know, man. Okie Outdoors says community support is huge. Absolutely, dude. Yep, that's why I said anybody that needs help, if you're subscribed to my channel and you ask me for help, I will 100% help you. Tomic says, I look for fishing channels in the bass fishing. I subscribe if they're good. Bass Talk Live, Luke Duncan, Baitman, Oxford, just as an example, of course, TJ1. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen Luke Duncan. I haven't seen that one. The Bass Talk Live, I actually listen to those guys on podcasts quite a bit. So, Whitewell, are you using the GoPro app on your iPad? Can you subs in your niche and more valuable than gold? Start networking. Yep, that's another deal. That's if you, like I said, if you get into YouTube and you actually like it, getting onto different platforms makes a huge difference. Getting on Facebook to Instagram, Twitter. I don't even know what else is out there, but anything like that, you can broadcast your channel to more, the more support you're going to end up having. I'm actually in the middle of trying, if I can get my computer, like I said, I may just have to wait and save up a little bit of money and buy a new computer is what I'm probably going to have to do before I can do this. But I have a program that I can run my YouTube and my Facebook live at the same time. So it's one broadcast, but I'll be on 2 different platforms. But my computer right now will not handle it. So that's the only reason I haven't been doing it yet. Paul D says, make sure you have content to view and comments are enabled. Yep, absolutely. So got you. Okay. So iPad. Another thing, if you're using the iPhone and have a Windows computer, use Dropbox to transfer the files from your phone to your computer. It saves a lot of time and headache. That is a excellent point, Alex. That is, yeah. I will tell you, if you have an iPhone, it is a nightmare trying to get content off of that phone. And like Oklahoma's War Stangler said, get Dropbox. It's free. Transfer your stuff to Dropbox, and then you can have Dropbox on your computer and just pick it up right there. Download it right off of Dropbox. It works very, very easy. That's a solid point there, dude. All right, One Lost Dude says do collaboration videos too. Yep, that is another awesome point. Collaboration, anytime you can collab with anybody. I talk to, like I said, Tackle Junkie, Oklahoma Stangler, 10 Horse Monty, and I do a lot of stuff together. Stuff like that. That's what really, really sets you above the other guys, is having, if you've got two or three guys that are talking about your channel, it's going to go a lot farther than just yourself. So definitely, anytime you can get somebody to do something with you, Oklahoma's War Stangler and I both talked about it probably 2 months ago about doing a collab video, and it just did not work out with the time of year, and we had other stuff going on. We will eventually get one done. It's just a matter of getting time to do it, and maybe not having to send videos to each other, maybe actually getting to do a video together. But we'll see what the future holds. Tom says Luke is a podcast. Watched him today on G-Man. G-Man on. Oh, there you go. I'll have to check that one out then. Bob says one of the other things I can say is I think there's several different age gaps. I want solid info and no goofy stuff. Show me some fishing and not getting gas in your truck. Yeah, that's Bob. I'll be flat out honest with you. And I know Tackle Junkie's thoughts on this. The deal with that age gap that you're talking about, and not wanting to see the nonsense and stuff like that. In order to, and this is just strictly my opinion. This is not facts or anything like that. If you are going to succeed with YouTube, I think you're going to have to get both age groups involved. And you're just going to have to find a happy medium there. If you look at my analytics will show you that most of the people that watch my channel are 35 to 60. I know there's a couple that are younger than that, but that's the majority of my audience. If you go across the board and look at everybody's channel that's big, their channels are going to be anywhere from about that, I think about 17 to 50 range. They're getting a lot of those younger viewers, and that's really where you're growing your channel, in my opinion. But like I said, I think you're going to have to get a happy medium there and just roll with it. I mean, you might tick a few people off on both sides, but at least you'll have both audiences that way. All right, let's see. Mike Big Show says, having problems commenting. Dave Montgomery, 10 Horse Monty here. Just got off work, delivering all those Black Friday moccasin lure packages. Takes time. There you go, dude. Let's try to do collaboration vids with people in different areas of the country. Yeah, let's do. Let me touch base on that just a little bit. Don't go out there and pick a guy that's just murdering fish day after day after day because he lives in Florida and they're just constantly biting. Make sure you try to get something that's a little bit more even so your collabs are better. Maybe somebody that fishes the same way you do. Try to make it interesting. I know there's a couple guys out there, they pick one guy that's, like I said, that's in Florida, and then another guy that's up in, just say, New York. That's a big difference there. So make sure you guys are collabing with the right guys and, are collabing with the right material. It don't necessarily have to be a fishing video. You can talk about baits or this or that or something else too. So rapid tags, search for a good place to help generate video tags. I have not tried the rapid tags. I know on my it's a U or a I have a, tag maker, I guess is what you call it, or whatever, or a oh, what do you call it? It's a generator, and it does okay, but they constantly want you to pay for the better ones. It'll give you the obvious ones most of the time, but it will not give you the good ones. You'll have to pay for them. The best thing I can tell you to do with tags, something I started doing is I go through probably my top, let's say my top 20 tags. You know, it's going to be bass. It's going to be bass fishing, largemouth fishing, smallmouth fishing, bank fishing, stuff like that. And what I'll do is I'll put them in like just a notepad or something like that on my computer that I can just copy and paste right in there. That usually helps out a lot. That way you're constantly getting the same tags, which will help you out a lot. If you ever do any videos on like how to tie knots or how to do whatever, you know, always make sure you get that how-to tag in there. That's a really big one right there. So definitely tags are a big issue. You know, make sure you're getting all those too. Sorry I couldn't make it. Listening now. Great. Whoa, hang on. We shot up here. Great topic. Wish I was there to add my 3 cents. Dude, I wish you were too. You just have to tell those people they got to wait on their mail till the next day. Let's see, 10 horse money. That's it. All right, Paul. I'm tired of watching people trespass to catch a few bass. Paul, man, that was, I tell you what, for a while there, that was a big deal. Golf courses were a huge deal. And I don't know why these people want to do that. I mean, I guess, yeah, they might get a few extra views on their channel, but, you know, eventually they get caught, they get their fishing lights taken away. Then what do you do? I'm not going to chance that. Okay, I hear you on that. I would recommend you do what's best for your channel. Just keeps up what you're doing. Love the channel. Make it the best for all. All right, dude. Thanks, Bob. Just saying different areas because a lot of people watch channels in their area. That's interesting you say that. You know, watch people in their area. I would say the 10 Horse Monty, his channel, I would say 100% is a lot of people in this area. And I'm gonna say that because I think a lot of it has to do with the lakes that he fishes. And we kind of touched base upon this a little bit after one of our live streams, you know, talking about, you know, naming the lakes that we fish. The lakes that we fish around here typically have a lot of tournaments on them. And when you have that, you have a lot of people searching for fishing reports. And once you get fishing reports, it's going to pull up the 10 Horse Monty's YouTube channel, which has constantly got, let's just say, Cedar Lake. They're going to go to that. They're going to want to see that video. They're going to want to try to pick apart where he's at, what he's catching them on, and try to replicate that. So you're going to get a lot of stuff like that. I would say, as far as like my channel, I don't have too many people that are local. I will say that. I have some from 10 Horse Monty's channel that have come over that are local guys, but I don't have a whole lot of local people. I'll say that. Whitewell fishing, I think interacting with the people on their channels and live streams helps quite a bit. I read a lot of comments on people's videos and chime in all the time. Oh, definitely. Yeah, I will definitely say that the live stream makes a huge difference. The one thing with, let's say tactical bassin, for instance. Tactical bassin does not, they don't interact with anybody. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Those guys are very, very successful. But I think if they would interact and do a live stream, maybe 2 or 3 a year even, I think they would really, really blow up. When people actually start getting to ask the questions that they really want to know the answers to and get their honest opinions from those guys on a live stream, I think it'd go a lot farther. And you're going to see more of a realistic person on a live stream. Anybody can make themselves look good in video, but But once you're in live stream and you're asking actual specific questions that people have to answer right on the dime, I think it makes a huge difference. Let's see. Fishing, showcasing your channel on other sites helps a little as well. Facebook, Instagram, fish, and help with my people in my area. Yeah, definitely. And be careful with doing that too, White Whale. I will tell you that there are a few places out there, let's just say Facebook, for instance. There are a few of them out there that they strongly do not want people posting like YouTube channels on their site. So be careful when you do that. Make sure you got permission to do it or whatever. But all right, Paul D says I was watching fishing from all over. There you go. Gabe, you don't deliver my mail, but I do lots of my Black Friday orders today. Thanks to the great guys like you. Yep, there you go. Anyone fishing Table Rock Lake? Paul, that is one place I have not been. Went to Lake of the Ozark all the times, but I never went to Table Rock. Moxis says, enjoy the live streams. Not a fan of the streams that don't read all the comments. Seems like kind of pointless to do a live stream at that point. Dude, I agree 100%. There are several guys, and I won't mention their names, that I get on their live streams, and I will ask very solid questions. And in my opinion, I think sometimes I'll say this. Some of them know that I have a YouTube channel out there, and I think they just do that. They skip over my questions because I have a YouTube channel, and they don't want to promote my channel by saying my name or having people go and checking me out and maybe losing, subscribers from their channel to my channel. Not saying that would happen, but I think that's some of it. Another thing is, they'll be reading through there and they may not know the answer to the question. I think it's some of it too. So Oklahoma's Working Singer says you got to realize though, you got to realize though that putting your fishing spots and techniques out there for the world, you don't have to name the lake, but someone is going to notice where you are eventually. Absolutely, dude. I have said it over and over again. I try not to name too many lakes of where I go, but I mean, like I said, I don't have a whole lot of local guys that watch, that are not on my live stream, except for Bob and 10 Horse Monty. Aaron Wetzel's another one. They're kind of local guys, but I mean, they're nothing that I'm worried about or nothing like that. Oklahoma says it's the name of the game. I'll name lakes that were all known and pressured, but the good spots. I won't name the lake, or if I'm brought somewhere, I ask ahead of time to make sure I don't blow it. Yep, there you go. It's always better to have permission. That's for sure. Dude says, I don't think Matt Allen has the time for live streams and he's getting up to $1,000 a day guiding. Oh, dude, I honestly think if it wasn't for both them guys, like I said, I tried 3 videos a week, like those guys are doing. And I'll tell you, it's hard. Especially with doing, like I said, finding enough content to do it and then having time to do all the editing, because I do everything myself. I have no help doing that. So, it takes a long while to get done. All right. All Star says, where do you guys, hopefully I'll be back in the stream before you got to go tonight. Explore your video and upload tomorrow. All right. Block Tackle. Hey, what's going on, man? Do you throw blade baits? If so, what brand and how heavy a blade from the bank? I will be honest with you, Block Tackle. I do not throw blade baits from the bank. I think you would probably end up losing a lot of those doing that. If you have a bank that's very, very, very steep, you may be able to go parallel with the bank and may be able to do it that way a little bit. But I would think you just get hung up constantly. I don't know if I would. I wouldn't do it, but I mean, there's other people out there that might say, "Hey, it's the best thing in the world." I just honestly, I don't know. Paul D says the locals know where you are. They watch and hate you. Just go get their spots. Yeah, and that very well could be. We had a conversation probably about 2 months ago. There's one guy in particular. I know he watches my channel. I know who he is. And I know I've never seen him on the live streams. I've never seen him comment on anything, but I have seen him in my little spots. And I can tell you two of them that the guy, there's no way he probably knew were there. Not both of them. And he fishes out of a little bitty John boat with no electronics at all. And he is on the spot, or these two spots, all the time. So I'm pretty sure he's watching this, and he's seen me fish it plenty of times. So. Oh, let's see here. Do any of you other guys throw the blade baits that could help block tackle out? Like I said, I'm not a big blade bait fan. I have thrown them, but I'm just definitely not from the bank though. Block tackle, yeah, absolutely. It does freeze, but it doesn't get. It doesn't stay cold that long that you have to worry about it. I think last year it froze for maybe 2 weeks, something like that. Froze solid for 2 weeks, but it really doesn't